Hello guys, back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction video once again on this currently trending quote-unquote topic, unlike this person who goes under the name of white chocolate being cancelled. I'm weak, like I can't believe people was really taking it seriously, but so we can see why he's being cancelled, because like I see a piece of the video on like Instagram, right? But I didn't see the whole thing now, and I want to really get it in context. But nah, I ain't gonna see the video, but I'm gonna see what he see. And apparently he apologized to it, so we gonna react to the apology too, because why not, right? Oh, another CD here, so I try today. I try a thing. It was supposed to be a slip back, but these how it come out, so they go with, right? Yeah. Well, I already know. I get in my see. Come on, not sponsored. Today I filming a little bit earlier because last time it was just too hot for me, and nah, buddy, I could not handle that, you know. Yeah, so it's out. Oh, by the way, thank you guys so much for 36 subscribers. Like, I am so thankful. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, and the last time somebody thought it had like audio issues, well, at least on their device, so I gotta use a headset this time, so it wouldn't be like two things of the audio playing at the same time, you know. Yeah guys, so that's what I'm doing. I'm without further ado, let we get into the video. Let we go.
And we are back for another dose of the Roundtable 2.0. This actually feels like
this talking about Black Lives Matter, right? So how even, you know what? Let me watch. Let me see.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Can you just do the lights again for a moment, please, quickly? Guys, you can laugh at my jokes. Joined by an amazing group of people. We're gonna be discussing a political movement that has impacted and grabbed the attention of the world. Black Lives Matter.
2020 doesn't start off wrongly. That's not a political issue. It's a human rights issue. But I hope it's not him at the show.
Saw the rise of the biggest civil rights movement to date, and in the past few months we've seen a rise in visibility and loads of pain and hurt brought to the surface. It's caused many of us to ask questions about the changes we want to see. So we're going to start with a very simple question. What have you learned, or how have you been impacted by Black Lives Matter? How has it made you feel?
Globally, I feel like the combination of everyone just being at home, everyone's focused, but it's like
been super empowered to do just whatever it is.
Almost the exact opposite to you, like where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've suddenly been drained of all of my energy. And it's weird because I see that window of opportunity that you're talking about. Like there's so...
Honestly, like I felt quite a bit of guilt at first for not having done enough. If I have an understanding, then I should be calling other white people in to do that work as well. And then it was tinged with my children are dual heritage, and so it was like my son's birthday on that Friday when it all started, and there was something really kind of bittersweet about his birthday and him getting a year older, but closer to being like a man and closer to being seen as a threat and not a cute little boy anymore. Yeah, there was a lot of that.
And it's almost like it all just came to surface. Like I remember it was, okay, we're all online. Using it for their own advantage.
Put your phone down. And I'm supporting
That was a policeman that
information. But I feel as though that's also a problem in itself.
how upset you are. I don't feel like anything's going to change in that sense.
In a way, I disagree because I feel like we are in a unique time. Obviously, 2020 saw the
George Floyd, I hope that's great. And a lot of them are saying that Black Lives Matter is about being in solidarity with the death of George Floyd. I'm like, fam, it's not only that. Where have you been? So for me, I just don't want us to perform like circus animals for people and be like, wake up, are you upset? Show us how upset you are. I don't feel like anything's going to change in that sense.
in a way, I disagree because I feel like we are in a unique time. Obviously, 2020 saw the biggest Black Lives Matter movement ever. In a sense where we now have social media and it's easy to share information. But I feel as though that's also a problem in itself because, as you were saying, you're very exhausted and just feeling like just too much exposure to everything. So I feel as though there is a lot of over-information. And we need to focus more on quality information rather than just as much awareness as possible. We need quality awareness in a sense.
It is interesting because it's like an oversaturation, especially on social media. Like I'm seeing how-to guides, like how to be anti-racist pop up everywhere. And some of the stuff I'm reading is like, are you sure? Like, who wrote this? This doesn't necessarily resonate with me. And I made the mistake and lose their views, right? Like, I was really challenged by that.
It's fun.
Broader issue here, the Black Lives Matter movement or moment.
Going on Facebook, as annoying as it is.
In this world where
child.
we just ignore it.
Baby, a stupid phone.
I'm going to do that Monday to Friday. On a Sunday, where my Sabbath is, where I want to land my school to say that faith shouldn't play any kind of like role in our future thinking.
It is, I think, I don't want to say if you're an intellectual, but if you're someone who just knows the history, right, you just find a bit of cognitive dissonance in it and you're like, why can't you just talk on it? I don't think even knowing the history of how Christianity entered Africa or came to Africa would stop people having faith. I think that's people who haven't got faith, who are scared that any little thing that those consistencies, you're going to lose God. I think the fear is the fact that the thing that we hold so dearly now, or many people with religion, could have ever been used to oppress us. And we're thinking, actually, if we are going to start again and we're going to revolutionise ourselves, we have to address that relationship.
I want to come back to a point. You were talking about the reluctance from the part of the church to speak on these kinds of issues.
At the end of the day, people are embarrassed to say that they worship a god or part of a religion that was used to enslave them, and they're embarrassed by it. Yeah. So then if you want to challenge it, you then have to challenge everything that you ever learned. And we're not here to challenge. Right. Generally, they don't get involved because when you think of activism, no one really thinks about the church. Instinctively, you can try and incorporate if you like, because I know I see a lot now Christian influencers who are capitalizing off the situation and being like, does God want us to protest? I saw a title, I was like, this is ridiculous. Imagine another religion saw someone go, should Christians protest?
Ensuring that basically you know what's right and wrong.
They want to be rich Christians.
There's an important part of the conversation that's missing. I think it's really easy for us to problematize things and to continue to problematize things. I think we could do that all day. But I think that the space that we need to get to is one where we're considering, okay, we know that this is a bad situation. Yeah. How do we move forward?
I think firstly, it's just taking the time out to make sure you learn about the other.
He sure
person,
did learn.
Learning about other culture.
He sure did.
Ensuring that basically you know what's right and wrong.
Know that you engage in your work as well, engage heavily with the Black and Caribbean.
All right, let me hear.
So I'm interested to know, like, if there's any like things that you've done or paths that you see forward.
I think it starts at home. Firstly, teaching your kids that it's not okay to be racist.
So how do you work with the Caribbean community? Like, what is?
You
said he works closely with the Caribbean community.
Right.
What do you do? Like, what is?
I'm a dancer.
Oh, because you dance with them. It feels like.
Nah. No,
I'm just saying, like, what is the I don't know, like, you know, when some people feel like, for example, I don't know you guys, but you might feel like you're in a better position.
This boy. Anyways, let me continue watching it, and then I'll tell all of my opinion, right? Because I feel like the girl who was talking about the religion thing, she was very much right. Like, they legit used that to oppress us at a point in time, right? But I mean, you could still believe in God and a religion, so you know what I mean? So they use them things to oppress us. Cause let me be real, right? If they never give you the Bible, somebody a yard fire. Anyway, like if they never give you the Bible, honestly, after they free the slaves, them would have done more revenge and done kill up, and there would probably be no queen. There would be none of this nonsense. But you don't know, them had to make them coins somehow. That make the coins. The Bible is still the best-selling book to this day, so that's the tea. Regardless, like it's still the bestseller, and can't do nothing for that. Anyway, let me continue.
To like advocate and kind of like maybe be a diplomat, but I want to know like what makes you feel as though you're in that position to do that, especially like if you're dancing. You might do more, we might have discussions, but through the dance, is it like some sort of...
Yeah, whining.
Okay, so you're like on Instagram. How many followers?
160k.
Shout out to you, 160k followers for busting wines.
So you just whine?
I wouldn't say I just whined. I used to live in St. Lucia for sort of 2 years. That gave me the opportunity to learn about the culture.
And your following is predominantly black?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So does that mean, I don't want to speak for you, but does that mean that you have had more access to black culture?
Yeah, access to black culture, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely given me the opportunity to learn a lot more. But I wouldn't say that gives me...
Higher on the black scale?
More black wits.
Like,
it doesn't mean that you know...
A unique position to advocate more than the next person, kind of thing, you know? So.
When you were in those communities,
more
did you
black followers,
actively
that will mean he
seek...
should advocate more. Like, oh. When I go on your Instagram profile to read this apology, I bet I had seen some Blackout Tuesday thing and some Black Lives Matter thing. And if I don't see that, all I really need to cancel this person. Although cancel culture ain't real, because if it was real, all our favorite influencers who have rape charges and all them things, and who is pedophile, and who racist, and homophobic and transphobic, they would not be relevant still. They would still not be top in the chart. They would be making no money. They wouldn't be influencers. So, all you already know, this kind of thing is not real, because all they're still wearing Gucci. Well, they're still wearing Tommy Hilfiger after this man he legit was like, he don't like all that. He does not like black people. All they're still buying things. For what reason? I saw they're still drinking Ramsar and peanut punch, but on the low. Because all they don't care. We know all they're still going to the water park. I know all they love to post it on Instagram. Period. All they're still going to IAMS after what happened to that young girl, to that young lady, the unfortunate event. Or they're still going from Starlight, and they're still going by the stupid tea shop. Not stupid, let me don't say stupid. The racist tea shop that said, you know what I said, I don't want to say it because it's so disrespectful. Or you know what to say. You know, like, that's a bit ghetto for me. But let me really hear what else you had to see before.
Education though, because is it just from hindsight you believe through your natural interactions that you've learned? Because I don't think these are situations that we're going through that you can learn ad hoc. I think it's something that you would actually have to ask the right questions, because I've got white friends who would never know what I'm going through. I don't bring that to the table. So for me, I get what you're saying. You spent 2 years in St. Lucia and you dance, and your audience is white. Are you black? But at the same time, do you ever think as well that like the reason why you have maybe that platform as well is because you're a white person doing these dances? Maybe that if I was
of course,
a black girl,
I know
dancing,
that is the reason. Obviously, that is the reason, because
my
whole brand is around that I'm a white person that can whine, and obviously that's a rarity.
There's so many things we can kind of pick
sense,
at and say like, well, one, you're...
You know the only reason why he popping on the gram, he's an influencer, is that he white and could whine. Anyways.
Exploiting black dance and black culture, and two, you're not, you just went to St. Lucia, and just because you were next to the culture doesn't mean you understand the culture, doesn't mean you're even advocating for us. Like, just because you have a dance page with loads of followers, like, I don't think, if I had a whining dance page, I don't think I'd have that many followers, because it doesn't, you never know. I mean, I'm supposed to, right? I'm supposed to be able to do that, so who really cares? So my thing is, just in the same way, there are black people who say, well, by default, I'm black, so I know the struggle. I don't need to protest. I don't need to sign a petition. I'm just going to sit here and be black, and I'm not going to educate myself. Like, you could be doing the same thing. So it's not about, like, proximity to black culture. It's about, are you actually activating your... It's not... Curiosity is not even the right word here, right? Because...
But what do you want him to do?
This is what I always ask people, because I have black and white friends that come to me and they say, well, I want to do more things. What do I do? And I'm like, what am I, the robot of like just handing out things to do? And, you know, I always flip it back and say, what do you actually want to do? Because I mean, I need you to help me make some flyers for the next protest, but you might not want to do that. You might not want to speak about black cause. Maybe you want to read every book about black culture. Fine, that's your lane. You do that. But what do you want to do?
I mean, obviously, being here today is a part of not giving back, but like using my platform as a way to work towards change. So, obviously, being around you guys, I already said I feel like I'm a little bit out of my depth. Like, I don't know enough. Whereas you guys, you know a lot of history.
Like, it's not that hard. At this point, you don't have no excuse. Like, read, Google, YouTube. If you have that, he have black friends. He live in St. Lucia for what, 2 years? He can do that, man. Anyways.
And things like that. So just sitting around a table like this and learning from you guys is obviously, like, I feel like is the start.
I don't know, I'm not white, but I imagine it can be an overwhelming experience, right? Yes, we're done. Both my parents are actually black. But like one of the tropes of privilege is that it's invisible when you have it, right? So for those of us around the table who have any type of privilege, it's very likely that until we're confronted with that thing, we're not aware that our lives are easier than other people's in a certain way.
Or maybe you do use that privilege and you say, oh, I have this privilege, I can whine, let me use that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think if you do have privilege, you probably use it. Like, we'll take anything we can get.
I think,
in this world.
Your point about the Hillsong thing, and that's why I think it links in the sense that obviously don't feel like we're attacking just that disclaimer, you know, that kind of stuff we have to do in this climate. see that? No, because I don't want anyone to say they were attacking the person. But you know, with the Hillsong thing, some of the things I feel like when it comes to what people actually should do, sometimes for white people is to not only drop the mic but walk away from the mic and walk away from their privilege when they can. Power. And this is why I find those questions interesting, not because I feel like what you're doing as an individual, you're entitled to like anything you like, but all these things are small actions that accumulate into systematic issues that we need to start looking at the patterns. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if everyone went to St. Lucia like you, all the dance schools will be owned by white people and all the black kids will be in the studio being, thank you for giving me dance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's that. But the point I'm trying to make, but the point I'm trying to make is that sometimes, would you ever think about going, because this is a role that a black person could have taken, would I ever stop doing this dance in this way? And you don't have to, but could you see with Hillsong as well, it could be the fact that, you know what, if I want to be the pastor of the head of church, for the sake of my commitment to this, you say it. Because sometimes I feel like white people want to be the gatekeepers, even anti-racism now. Yeah. Don't be like, it's come to me, hi, this is the book I've read, Natives by Akala. It's like, we've heard from you. Fragility. Do you know what I mean? For me, ask me what they should do, or some people could do, is walk away from that. Acknowledge it, but walk away. Could you do it?
Don't. We're waiting for.
Could I walk away? Yes, I could. I could. But the thing is, with what I do, it's obviously just a dance move. So whining is part of Caribbean culture. It's been there for years, right? What I did was basically come and brand it in a way.
Even
like,
the black man, I don't know. He needs
not brand whining.
I wish it had actually Trinidadian in that panel day. He would have get cussed one time.
But as in like,
he's like, stop there.
It's just like turn it into something that can be a profession, right? So before, no, I'm not gonna say,
but all you know, I mean, the dancers and them who does thing, the artists and them. Boy, be gone. Thought, go away. Be gone.
Before me, because there was people before me, but it never got to that.
Riders. I was the first. Yeah.
Right, so I think in a way I have been paving a way for
Dog, the black man don't
people
skin
to
up
come
his face. You know, one
after me,
time.
and you,
Exactly.
Do me a favor, please.
Exactly.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
you know when I'm no when I'm speaking,
No,
like,
say-
it's
say-
off-putting.
you know what it is?
Everyone
You know what it
everyone
is?
keeps like looking at each other like.
Attack
Oh my
him.
God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
Yes, all of the above. But can you just finish what you were saying, that you're paving the way for Black people
The boy
to?
just said
No, not paving the way for Black people as such. Paving the way for someone to do
Thank
what
God.
I do.
Because
Completely like lost
That's
my
fine.
train of
It's
thought,
fine.
to be honest.
If anybody has anything that they want to say,
I'm
in
sorry,
closing.
child.
I believe one.
He. And now see, now that I get it in context and thing, child. He was rightfully cancelled. Now, let me go on the IG and read the bogus apology that he gave. What do you mean? Oh, shucks. Like, white. I hope he delete it. I can't do. I'm just playing. I'm not a bully. He's sick, yes? I cannot. Anyways, this boy have a whole logo. So let loyalty management him do this. Cause never have been him. He had to pay my new way for a new profession. Weak. Anyway, amen. So what you say here? Oh, I could zoom in. So I'm sure most of you have seen the clip of me from 4-8's BLM roundtable video already. I just wanted to release this statement to explain to myself and just ask that you take time to hear me out. When I said pave the way, I didn't mean pave the way for other people to whine. What I meant was that in a way, I'm creating well, he could have just said creating opportunities. He didn't have to say pave the way. Like, it have plenty whiners who does do that for carnival and like other things and music videos. So just admit it, you're wrong. You didn't mean nothing. You said what you said and you meant what you said. Because before you say what you say, you just hear everything you do hear everything in your mind. But you know what I mean, before you say what you say, it does start off in your mind. So you well know what you say. Try again. I'm creating opportunities, or at least trying to for others to do what I do. That being an influencer, not just whining, by showing that influencers can be a great tool to promote your brand. In my experience, I found that influencers aren't as common in the Caribbean as other places like the UK and the West. And in turn, a lot of brands don't see the benefits of promoting your brand through someone that has a large social media following. A lot of carnival brands and brands that I've approached to work with didn't at first see the value of influencer marketing. It was only after I explained how influencers can be a great way. The effectively region. Okay, the video was edited, but dog, you already say what you say, dude. Try again now. Whatever I really mean is. The address part where I said brand it, I instantly took it back and realized that it wasn't a good choice of words to explain what I meant. I then corrected myself and then turned it into something that can be a profession. But that was a profession long time before you. Boy, bye. It has never been my intention to take Caribbean culture out of context and claim it to be my own or to have been the first to do anything, and anywhere I go or anyone that I speak to, I always give credit where it's due, as you should. I want to finish by sincerely apologizing to anyone that I may have offended. I can see how the combination of my choice of words and the editing could come across as though I was claiming to be the first person to whine or be the only influencer in the carnival scene contributing to the progression of Caribbean culture, but this was definitely not the case and was not what I meant. I am truly upset with the situation and how it came up, and I pray that you guys can forgive me for my choice of words. Anyways, child, this boy gets it. Yeah, he carried on. His career is over. The dog carried on. His career is over. His career is over. His career is over. So guys, I hope you all enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, as well as share. Comment down below what all you want to see me do next. This video low-key long, but oh man, don't worry, I'm gonna find a way to make it fun or something. I don't know, but anyhow, yeah, I hope you all enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Enjoy the day. Comment down below what you want to see next, like free, cause all you do comment, and how I gonna know what you like, what you don't like if all you do comment. So comment what you want to see me do next. Yeah, so peace.